I am going over right now, and by the way, you're gonna find out there's a lot less bullshit in these videos that I'm doing, just because I've come a long way from where I was to now. So this video is gonna be targeted around why you're not getting clients. There's a whole slew of reasons why you may not be getting clients, but one of the biggest reasons is you don't know how to talk to them properly. A lot of what I go over in my mentorship program, by the way, subscribe if you haven't already. Anyway, what I go over in my mentorship program is that you don't know how to get clients because you don't know how to talk to them. If you knew how to talk to them properly, which I do because it's, I've learned it a long time ago, but you talk to them properly, you're gonna get a lot more clients more efficiently. You're gonna get them to pay more. So what's the key? How do you get clients consistently? One, you have to be, there's a couple different ways, but you have to be in the right place at the right time. I use prospecting tools, so like LinkedIn, Facebook. I'm still prospecting on there, not as much as when I first started. I don't even cold call anymore. I used to cold call. I was doing 15, 20 cold calls a day, maybe every other day, something like that. Then I was prospecting 25 people, businesses a day on Facebook. I don't do that anymore. I found that I have been able to be smart and turn my clients into revenue generating machines by incentivizing them to refer other clients to me, and then they can make a recurring income. There's also a lot of people out there who are really great at prospecting and lead gen, but they don't know how to talk to someone. They get nervous, they hate it, they despise it, but the only reason they despise it and they hate it is because they're not comfortable doing it. And the way you get comfortable doing it is by doing it. There's no way around it. There's no magic potion. When I first started, I hated it. You just got to do it. So you're struggling to get clients because you're in a comfort zone. You don't have direction in what you're going to say. You don't know, how to approach someone. I come from a financial background. This has helped me because when I talk to someone, you in the financial services business, you're always asking them what it is that they want, because there's not 100 different things that you can do with someone's 401k or their investment account. Yeah, you can pick different strategies, but it's all going to be invested. So if you think about it this way, and this is the biggest thing I can tell you, try not to think about what service or what you do or what's going to help them or what you can do to bring them in clients. Don't think about any of that. Yeah, that might be something you say on the front end and say, hey, listen, this is what I do. But let me ask you this, and you got to put the but to kind of like just throw what you just said aside so that they have it in the back of their head. But you want to say something like, listen, I'm not here to shove SEO down your throat. I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. All I'd like to do is see where you think your biggest area of opportunity is that maybe you're missing the ball on right now, and I can tell you if I can help you or not. If I can't help you, I'm not going to try and sell you on something, or else I'd be BSing myself and then my reputation's at stake. So for the sake of everybody's time, where do you think the biggest area of opportunity is that you want to increase business or revenue with? You want to get some more clients coming in this way. And then you can either stop it there, but a lot of times I like to interject to give them a couple options, and I'll say what I just said, and then I'll tail end that with most of my clients, so that you can show that you do have clients. Most of my clients, whenever I ask them this question, they'll typically say, my SEO, my organic traffic is just crap. And don't be afraid to say some, I wouldn't say full on like F this, F that, or S. Just say some like crap or some to kind of alleviate any formalness that's inside that conversation. So you say what you said before. You state why, how you're going to approach providing services for them. You want to find out what it is that they want the most and what they perceive as the biggest area of opportunity, and that's a big one. The way you phrase that. Rewind this back if you want and record it, or do whatever you want to, but write it down. So I say that, and then I'll say, most of my clients will say it's their organic traffic is low. They need a better website, or they've been doing Google ads, been running Google ads themselves, and it hasn't been working out. Their social media is lacking. Which would you say is your biggest area of opportunity? Which one is it for you? It doesn't matter however you phrase the end of that, but you say something like that, and instead of just saying, hey, this is what I do, how can I help you? They're going to be like, oh, well, and immediately in their mind, psychologically, they're going to think whatever they say, you're going to sell them on. They're teeing it up for you. People don't like doing that. So that's why I say, hey, this is what most of my clients say, and I say it really nonchalantly. Most of my clients say it's either SEO or pay-per-click ads or social media. Or some video or just whatever. I don't know what that is for you, but what would you say it is? And then they're going to go into it. It's crazy how a small little injection of some words will change how someone perceives something and how they're going to respond to it. So, that's why you're probably not getting clients. Your wording, your pitch, your presentation, all of that stuff has to be in certain orders. Now, don't get me wrong. The saying is, what's the saying? Every blind squirrel will get a nut, somewhere. I don't know, sometimes, something like that. But the basic gist of what that means is, even with the worst script, the worst pitch, the worst everything, you will get some poor soul to buy into what it is that you're selling, just because it's the law of numbers. So if you want a high closing ratio, you need to come prepared and know how to approach clients or prospective leads. If you can approach them the right way, they're going to respond in a better way. And if they don't buy from you right now, they weren't going to buy from anybody right now, unless you're just giving away free stuff. And if anybody knows me and any of what I do in my mentoring and my courses, my anything, I never give away free stuff. I always pitch it somehow, some way that the client is going to pay something. I don't care if it's $250, $500, $1,000, $1,500. Like, I've had people prospect because they're really, really good at prospecting. And this is another one, to know your strengths. Knowing your strengths, and that's a big one that Gary Vee says. If you know your strengths and you're really good at prospecting, and maybe you just don't want to do the sales part of it, contact me. Let me know that that's the case. We'll go over your prospecting. We'll see how all that goes, and if we need to do something better at it. But you can prospect all day. What I do is really easy. I'm able to generate sales.